This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Today's discussion is 10x is better than 2x. And this is a concept based on a book by Benjamin Hardy and Dan Sullivan. Dan's the founder, strategic coach. Dr. Ben Hardy is a brilliant writer who works with Dan Sullivan on a number of ideas. There's a very similar set of concepts here that Marshall Goldsmith works with on what got you here won't get you there. And the concept is to open your mind to what would it take to do a lot better, not a little better. And I think this is a concept that I think is so worthwhile in so many different endeavors in life. I find it helpful in business to think this way. I don't always do it because by nature I'm a cautious conservative and an incrementalist. But this concept of opening your mind and saying, how would this work if I tried to be 10 times better than I'm doing versus 1 times or 2 times, forces you sometimes to think, well, I can't chase every objective, or I've really got to look at new ways of doing things to get to a whole different level. I tend to really love this thinking, and I think it's worth embracing. It doesn't mean you're going to embrace it in everything, but I think this concept of what would be 10x better, and what would it take to get there, is such a healthy way to try and problem solve and think about things that I'm a big fan. And that's our lesson for today, is to sort of embrace the 10x perspective versus the 2x perspective as you look at new goals, new ideas, new efforts, and try and figure, is there a different way to approach them? We see this in so many things where you can go on and on, making incremental small gains that are meaningless, but periodically taking a step back and saying, do I want to invest bigger to make a much larger set of gains? Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. We sure appreciate you listening. Thank you very much for joining us.